April 2015. I began working in Baltimore, and a few weeks later, I, like many across the nation, experienced grieving and shock and sadness after the arrest and death of Freddie Gray. When Baltimoreans took to the streets with healing circles and drum circles and activism, I was inspired. In fact, I fell in love with Baltimore. One of my first assignments was to conduct a needs assessment, basically understand where needs were concentrated, but also assets were concentrated. And it basically revealed what we already know, this major inequality. And a few months later, I learned about the term, the L and the butterfly, which most of you know, right? Structural advantages in predominantly white neighborhoods and structural historical disadvantages in predominantly black neighborhoods. And I started to think, couldn't I apply that to Brooklyn and to the Bronx and to Oakland and to everywhere else? Because the terms that I was hearing numbed us to the violence happening against our communities. Terms like officer-involved shooting to describe yet another black woman or man being killed by police. Or hotspot policing, which why racially profile a person when you can racially profile an entire neighborhood. But it didn't just stop at the community level. It went up when I started to think about how these words were being weaponized to destroy innocence. Some of us remember when nuclear programs turned into weapons of mass destruction to justify a war on terror, a failed war on terror. Or even at the global level, when we think about terms like global warming, which became climate change to deny the very real and harmful effects that we're having on our planet Earth. Language cloaks failure, and it numbs us to action. So what's the lesson? I love words, but words strung together are just bullshit. That is why this stage and these women and this event is so powerful, because it is only through the redemptive power of storytelling that we dig deeper towards our emotional truths and to the power of connection with one another. We must tell our stories. We must admit how raw and wounded we are. We have to admit that we're broken, because that's how the light gets in.